time between these two schools. Last time came back in 2004. Referee with the ball in hand. Davis against Watson for the tip. And away we go. Possession in the hands of Citron and the Fighting Irish. So great to be with you on opening night from Purcell Pavilion. Notre Dame welcoming Northern Illinois to town. Here's the first shot. Rebound is pulled down by Maddy Westbeld, and she loses it.
Northern Illinois comes out in their man-to-man defense trying to match up with the Notre Dame shooters.
There's a starting five for Northern Illinois, led by that front court duo of Asia Davis and Laura Nickel. Davis inside, working hard, and able to capitalize. Illinois will score first. Here's what Notre Dame has. 4 of 5 starters returning from a season ago, and they add the transfer in Kylie Watson, and it's Olivia Miles getting on the scoreboard first from deep.
Jaden Marable made the mistake of going underneath the screen, and that allowed Olivia Miles a wide-open three-pointer.
Miles a season ago, not really a strength of her game from deep, but said she worked a ton on deep ball shooting in the offseason, and so far cashes in on her first chance. Here comes Shelby Coker. Goes strong to the paint and puts it in for 2.
Shelby Coker leads the way with 17 points a game. Dynamic scorer for Northern Illinois.
Coker named to the preseason All-MAC second team. One of 3 All-MAC selections a year ago for Northern Illinois. Here's Watson, the transfer from Oregon. Can't get it to go, working up against Davis. And Davis involved in some heavy contact underneath with Watson, and we'll take a brief pause. Davis might have gotten poked in the eye.
I don't know if she lost her contact. Lauren Ebo tried to make an up and under move there.
Here's another look. Watson going strong up against Davis. And Davis will check out for a brief moment. On comes Emily Meinhardt. Here's the point guard, Jaden Marable. Dishes it off to Coker. And a turnover for the Huskies. Westbeld looking to push the tempo the other way. Miles dishes it away. Rare mistake from the point guard who controls possession so well. Olivia Miles, second in the nation a year ago in assist. And this one finished off inside. Kylie Watson records her first basket in a Notre Dame uniform.
With Davis out of the game, she had a mismatch and took advantage of it. Good job finishing by Watson.
Watson, coming off 2 seasons at Oregon, was a 5-star recruit out of Linwood, New Jersey.
A lot of Jersey girls on this roster. That's one of the things that made her transition a lot easier. She had played with Olivia Miles back in Jersey in the AAU circuit. So those two have a sixth sense for one another.
Watson, along with Maddy Westbeld, part of that 2020 McDonald's All-American game. And you hear the crowd give a cheer as Lauren Ebo, another one of these transfers on Notre Dame's roster, checks in. She's a transfer from Texas. Westbeld, a forward who can run the floor as well. Neil Ivey wants her squad to push the tempo. That was one of their key characteristics all season long a year ago. And with the squad they have returning, they want to run and gun.
They definitely want to run and gun. I think that's when Olivia Miles is at her best, when she's in the open court. But she obviously has some great shooters, too. She wants to set up Dara Mabrey on the perimeter, who is the highest frequency three-point shooter, as well as Citron and Westbeld.
There you see the resume from Ivey, 3rd season at the helm of this Irish program. Coming off a season where Notre Dame went 24-9 after going 10-10 the previous year. That was Ivey's first season.
She has a lot of new people on her staff, a new assistant coach, Sherelle Allen, new sports information person sitting right next to us, Ashton, a new strength and conditioning coach as well.
Janae Poison will check in for the Huskies as well. Strong move inside. Coker able to get her own miss. This is a Northern Illinois team that needs to shoot the ball well, and they can. They proved it last week in their exhibition, draining 15 deep balls. But Westbeld using that post presence, able to bank it in.
Good job by Notre Dame going directly to the block. Maddy Westbeld just had her way in there, kissed it off the glass. Davis is still on the bench, so that's giving Notre Dame the advantage inside.
There's Poison. Her attempt off the mark. She had 83 pointers a season ago. That was tied for 4th in program history in a single year. Mabrey, she can shoot it as well, but not off to that start she wants. Dara Mabrey led this Notre Dame squad in scoring in the NCAA tournament at the end of the year.
Had 13 threes, second most in the NCAA tournament overall for Dara Mabrey.
There's Laura Nickel cashing in from long range. Nickel earning the start tonight, only a sophomore. Played in 20 games a year ago as a young freshman. Only made 3 starts, but taking an extended role this year. Mabrey's counterattack is no good. Rebound is right there. There's Citron.
Citron, along with Miles, 2 of the best rebounding guards in the country. She was averaging 6 rebounds a game last year, and you saw her just put that back with ease.
Sonia Citron, ACC Rookie of the Year last season. Northern Illinois can rebound as well. They were second in the MAC in rebounding last year. Miles, coast to coast, lays it up, but has Westbeld to attempt to finish off her miss, and Westbeld will be hit with a foul. 5 minutes into this contest, Notre Dame a 4-point advantage over Northern Illinois.
Seems like we're up by more, doesn't it?
Welcome back. There's the head coach of the Huskies, the veteran Lisa Carlson, now in her 8th season at the helm.
She's done a great job of mixing her 4 returning starters with 4 outstanding transfers. And she's got a veteran team. You've got to be happy about that.
One of the most calm, cool, and collected coaches you'll find
really
across the country.
She really is.
And she said about this team, they check a lot of boxes coming into this season. They have the All-MAC returners. They also added some key transfer pieces. One of them, Emma Carter, who got the start tonight. And then also those younger players on the roster really improved over the offseason and are ready to go. You look at Laura Nickel, already get a bunch of playtime.
I think Coach wanted to start Laura Nickel because she's such a big presence in there. She's an outstanding rebounder. She hits the boards relentlessly. And then Janae just came into the game, and she's the 6th player of the year just a couple of years ago. So she provides this spark for NIU off the bench.
Fed inside to Ebo. Was able to pull down her own board, but lost the touch. It'll go off a Husky. Lauren Ebo, the grad transfer from Texas, helped lead them to an Elite 8 a season ago, hoping to do the same with Notre Dame. And that's her key to the game right there. The inside post presence, difficult to defend for any defender.
It really is. She has a mismatch, and Notre Dame knew it. She's so good at using her body and sealing inside. Once she gets close to the bucket, she's an outstanding finisher.
Ripped away by Miles. She'll use that screen of Ebo, dishes it over. Citron for 3. Off the hands of Watson. Sonia Citron, 11.8 points per game a year ago. Also, as you mentioned, ranked 2nd on the team in rebounds.
She's a great rebounder, but we have a couple of mismatches out here on the floor.
Charging down the floor was Maribel. Lost control. And Notre Dame wants to run. Here's Bransford, the freshman, puts up her first shot attempt. Can't get it to go. Pass is taken away by Miles. Another turnover for this Huskies team. Miles wants to pop it from the key. Why not? Drains it. Notre Dame now 15-7.
That's what she's good at. She's very good at in the open court, electrifying the crowd. You can hear the crowd get into this game now. This is a pretty frenetic pace so far.
6-0 run for the Irish over the last 2 minutes plus. Foul goes against Notre Dame.
So that's what she's good at. She's just in transition in the open court. She can do it all. She can get to the bucket and she can pull up like she just did, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. She worked very hard on her jumper in the offseason. I think that's really the only flaw, is that 27% shooting percentage from three. But other than that, she can do it all.
She's already got a 3 tonight. So paying off big time for Miles. Olivia Miles, yeah, you mentioned really one of those players who does it all. She had 2 triple-doubles a season ago, as well as 9 double-doubles, and recorded a triple-double in the NCAA tournament. That was the first one by a freshman ever, men's or women's tournament. Really just speaks to the volume and talent Olivia Miles has, playing beyond her years a season ago.
Right, exactly, and she's one of the only early enrollees. I know we do that a lot in football at Notre Dame, but she had the benefit of a season and a half under her belt, and she's just a sophomore, so the upside is tremendous for Olivia Miles.
Poison on the other end just drove baseline and laid it in. Watson had to deal with some tough defense from Stoffager. Tara Stoffager, another one of those transfers coming from Wisconsin, played 3 seasons up in Madison, was the #1 player in the state of Wisconsin at a high school. Really a big get in this offseason for Carlson.
With the 2 bigs in the game now, Ebo and Watson, Notre Dame has mismatches in
Notre
the paint.
Dame wanting to run. And you can see early on how athletic Kylie Watson is. She's listed at 6'4", but able to run the floor with the other guards as well.
She certainly is. She's very mobile in there. She averaged 16 minutes as a sophomore. She led her team in field goal percentage of 54% back when she was over at Oregon. But she's a great addition. She was a New Jersey Gatorade Player of the Year, and as mentioned, she knows how to play with Olivia Miles, which is important, that inside-outside instincts for one another.
This is a Notre Dame team that returned 4 of their 5 starters from last year. The one starter they lost, Maya Dotson, and Watson stepping in tonight in that starting 5th spot.
Right, Watson and Ebo have a tall order trying to replace the defense, block shots, and the scoring by Maya Dotson. She had a great season for Notre Dame last year, but we lost her to graduation in the WNBA.
Grabbed by Westbeld. Citron from the wing, can't get it to fall. Jaden Maribel running point guard. Another one of those players for the Huskies. Didn't start every game last year, only made 12 starts, but this year seems to be one of those solidified starters going forward as it's blocked. Mabrey, she can shoot it, but comes up short. Maribel using her speed to blow by all the defenders, but can't finish it on her end. Fed inside to Westbeld.
This is a track meet right now. They're getting up and down, just weren't able to finish. They got a good look at the basket, but unable to finish. Olivia Miles is at the scorer's table to go back into the game, and Asia Davis is still not back in. Not sure if the trainers are still attending to her on the sideline.
Davis left this contest just about a minute into it. Seemed to have been poked in the eye and haven't seen her on the floor since. 1 second on the shot clock, and time will run out before Northern Illinois is able to fire it off. There's that good defense from Notre Dame, which coming into the season, it's something they struggled with a little bit down the stretch last year. We know they can score on offense. They averaged 86.7 points per game in the NCAA tournament last season. That led the field. So the offense is there. It's been the defense for Coach Ivey and her squad is what they need to really want to make a deep run in the tournament this year.
It certainly has been, and Mielle Ivy spoke about this in the preseason or in the pregame that she wanted her team to come in with a defensive mindset today, and that's so important against a very good shooting team for Northern Illinois.
Miles with the opportunity to cash in the old-fashioned three-point play. Miles already 9 points through 9 minutes and change, and she'll make it double digits. And you can see why she led this team in scoring a year ago. Just so dynamic, especially with plays like that. Really emphasizes getting to the hoop and then hoping to improve that three-point shooting percentage this year with already one today.
That's what she does best. She gets to the rim and finishes around the basket.
Blocked on the second chance opportunity. 4 left on the game clock. And another block comes, and Notre Dame withstands that possession defensively as we get a whistle before the halftime buzzer, the fourth quarter buzzer comes to a close.
Olivia Miles went down hard, went to the floor, got tripped. Was asking for a foul call, but looks like she's okay. Getting up, slow to get up, but on her knees right now. Just 8 minutes of play, so she's scoring at a high clip, which is what her coach expects of her, but she's definitely doing a great job for the Irish, and she's certainly the catalyst for this team.
Grace Hunter has the ball stripped away by Miles. Ball will stay with the Huskies. Poison inbounds it to Hunter. Emma Carter gets a touch, and she loses it on her bounce pass. Was in search of Davis, who's back in the contest.
She only played 2 minutes, and that was a big difference maker. Northern Illinois went cold when she went to the bench.
Tipped away underneath, and Notre Dame will lose possession following the offensive rebound of Citron. Maribel makes a nice move to get by Mabrey. Dishes it off underneath. Westbeld with some hard defense. Tipped out of bounds. 16 seconds on the shot clock now.
Notre Dame's in their man-to-man defense, going over on all the screens to try to defend these shooters. They like to set high ball screens up top for their shooters.
Given away to Westbeld, and she's got open room to run. Up ahead to Miles. Can't get it to go, but is fouled and will be heading to the charity stripe.
Miles with a little double clutch going to the basket. Nice steal and a good pass ahead by Maddy Westbeld.
And Maddy Westbeld, now in her junior season here at Notre Dame, was a first-team All-ACC selection back in her freshman year. And last year was a really good player, averaged over 11 points per game, 6 rebounds. Kind of got overshadowed with players like Olivia Miles and Sonia Citron winning so many accolades, but such a key piece if Notre Dame wants to make a deep run this year.
She certainly is a key piece, and she had an outstanding offseason playing for USA basketball. She came back in tremendous shape. She can play inside or out. She can hit the three. Right now she's defending a guard on the perimeter, and she's in just really good shape and looked great in practice the last 2 days.
Another block down low. Ebo and Westbeld combining on that one. Swung over to Citron in the corner. She'll look for Westbeld inside. Cross-court pass to Miles.
Good job by Notre Dame crashing the boards. Ebo, Westbeld, and Citron all hitting the offensive glass.
Here comes Shelby Coker. Able to finger roll it in. Gets a nice bounce as well. Shelby Coker led Northern Illinois in scoring, averaging 17.8 points per game last year. Did only play in 16 games before an injury cut her season short. But this year coming back stronger than before, and head coach Carlson said she's ready to go. She's back to how she was playing before that injury.
She really, according to coach, hasn't missed a beat, but Dara Mabrey's doing a great job of defending her right now. She's just 2 for 7. So, and Dara has been defending her for most of those possessions.
Westbeld, spin move, works to a tee. Now Notre Dame up 12.
That's what she's so good at, finishing around the bucket. Just put the ball on the floor to create her own shot. And she has such soft touch around the rim. So Notre Dame will make her a focal point inside this year for sure.
Notre Dame sticking with man-to-man defense. Now 8 seconds on the shot clock. Davis puts it up. It is blocked, or tipped at least, by Ebo. And Notre Dame's defensive presence inside been an issue all night. There's the freshman, KK Bransford, records her first collegiate bucket.
She really did a tremendous job of running the floor on that sequence. You know, she's a great athlete. She only lost 3 games in high school, so she's a real winner that Neil Ivey brought in here for the Irish.
Bransford back-to-back Miss Ohio basketball over the last 2 years in high school. Olivia Miles running the floor really well and makes a beautiful bounce pass over to Bransford. How about this for KK Bransford? She led her high school to an 111-3 record during her time there. Just an absolute winner.
She really is a 2022 McDonald's All-American, Naismith All-American, and consecutive Miss Ohio basketball. She scored over 2,100 points at the high school level.
Asia Davis records her second basket of the game. There's Lauren Ebo getting a touch inside and able to convert.
Lauren Ebo led the Longhorns to the Elite Eight in the 21-22 season. Started her career at Penn State University and then went over to Texas.
What a move inside from Asia Davis. Back-to-back possessions where Davis converts a bucket.
This should be a good matchup to watch. Ebo. Davis is trying to defend Ebo inside.
Somehow Olivia Miles able to thread the needle over to Ebo inside, who was fouled. There's Asia Davis, and you can see the footwork that Davis possesses. Just such a skilled player inside.
She likes to catch the ball one step outside the paint and then face up and use her dribble to get the space to get the shot off. So she does a really nice job with her footwork in the post.
I'll say the foul was on the pass from Miles, so Miles will be at the free throw line. One out of 2 for Miles on that visit. Poison makes a move towards the left side of the paint, floats it up. Miles the other way, dishes to Marshall, and Nat Marshall goes up for 2.
Beautiful scoop pass by Olivia Miles, and Nat Marshall was able to just finish that with her left hand, running the floor very well for Nat Marshall.
Nat Marshall, the junior from Queens, New York, has dealt with injuries over the last 2 seasons, but looking for a season where she remains healthy and really has an inside presence with Notre Dame. Other way, Kylie Watson converts. And now Notre Dame has their biggest lead of the night. They're up 32-15.
I didn't know Kylie Watson was a point guard, but it appears she was on that play. Took it coast to coast for the layup.
Kylie Watson running the floor well from the Irish. And now they have a 17-point lead over the Huskies. Back to second quarter action. Notre Dame holding on to a 32-15 advantage in the offense for the Irish. Starting to get rolling, nailed their last 5 field goals in a row.
And already 8 players in the lineup for the Irish. So Neil Ivey going down her bench. Nat Marshall getting some minutes here.
Marshall, good move inside, but can't convert on the follow-through. Here comes Poison, dishes it over. Maribel gives it off to Nickel. Nickel's second chance effort does not go either. And now Kylie Watson has the rebound. Swung over to Bransford. Tries to drive through 2 defenders. Able to give it to Mabrey in the corner. She's got it.
Great look by KK Bransford. Put the ball on the floor. Got a piece of the paint and then kicked it to the corner for Dara Mabrey to sink that 3.
Mabrey 37% from deep a season ago. The floater on the other end goes for Maribel.
Maribel's a real quick little point guard. improved her shot in the offseason, according to Coach Carlson. Comes from a great high school program as well, Bolingbrook, Illinois.
And there's KK Bransford, the lone freshman on Notre Dame's roster. Was a 2022 McDonald's All-American selection, coming from Cincinnati, Ohio. And Coach Ivey said of her, she can take over and dominate a game. One of those players who makes an immediate impact at the collegiate level.
She obviously has the body. She has the strength and the abilities. It's just a matter of how quickly she can acclimate to the college game.
Miles' pass is intercepted by Poison. Janae Poison, All-MAC honorable mention a season ago. One of those All-MAC selections that the Huskies had. Another turnover from Northern Illinois. And Mabrey, some sweet action on the pass. And she's got Westbeld for 2.
Beautiful pass around her head for Westbeld to finish it. Dara Mabrey had a nice smile on her face running down the court on that one.
There's that transition offense coming easy for Notre Dame in this second quarter so far. Mabrey wants one more. She comes up the tad short. Board corralled by Davis. Watson guarding Davis. Watson able to poke it away, and now Davis wants to dish it over to Nickel. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Force from the outside. Looks like it did not hit the rim. Shot clock did reset. Notre Dame really starting to run offensively and get down the court. Here you see Dara Mabrey with a beautiful pass over to Westbeld.
Went around her back, between her legs, little crossover move, showing off that ball handling ability, as all the Mabrey girls have.
Mabrey led this team in three-pointers last year, had 73 total, just over 2 a game. Foul underneath, goes against Davis.
One of the things we spoke to Coach Carlson about today was the tempo of this game, whether you want to get in a running game with Notre Dame or not, because they like to really launch the threes as well in transition. But Notre Dame really dominating transition game thus far in the ball game.
Here's Poison. Gives it off to Davis, and now another give and go. Poison from deep, and she's got her first 3 of the night.
That's why she was the 6th player, spark plug off the bench for Northern Illinois. Comes in and makes shots. As soon as she touches the ball, her first inclination is to score it.
Led the MAC in three-pointers last year. Was 18th overall in the country as well. This Husky team can shoot it, and she's the bright spot from deep. Hodges Dodson gives it off. Poison wants one more. Can't get it to go. Inside Citron, lays it up and in.
Nice drive on the right side by Citron. The backup point guard transferred in from Kirkwood here for Northern Illinois. She won a national championship at the Division II level.
Poison goes to the hoop. Now Miles has it poked away by Tatiana Hodges-Johnson, who you mentioned, one of those transfers from Kirkwood Community College, a part of that JUCO National Championship a season ago, where Kirkwood went 36-1. Also on this team from Northern Illinois, they added another transfer also from Kirkwood, Courtney Drake. Courtney Drake, a JUCO All-American, first-team honoree.
Right, the two of them winning a national championship, 36-1 for Courtney Drake on a national championship team.
You see Ebo inside, double teamed when she puts the ball up. And the contact comes as well. Ebo will head to the line.
Ebo's on the Lisa Leslie watch list, one of only 4 ACC players on the list as one of the top centers in the country to watch this season. Finishes those 2 free throws and has done a good job so far, posting up, scoring her free throws, and hitting the backboard for Notre Dame.
And Ebo's coming off her best year, her senior season down in Austin at Texas. Averaged 8 points per game, also pulled down 6.7 rebounds. There's Sydney McRae, newly checked into the action. Now she'll find her shot in the corner. Comes up a bit short and contact underneath, and it'll be a whistle coming. Most likely will go against Lauren Ebo.
Notre Dame still in their man-to-man defense, switching the perimeter on the screens guard to guard. And the post is staying home. Got Lauren Ebo guarding Asia Davis inside.
Poison drives on Citron, throws up a shot, and able to find the bottom of the net.
Poison knows how to score. That's what happens when you stay in college for 7 years. But she's a great guard. Does a nice job scoring the ball for Northern Illinois.
Ebo in the paint, working up against Davis. And Davis with some solid defense, able to alter the shot. Beautiful feed inside, but the ball is tipped away by Jenna Brown. And there's Jenna Brown making her first appearance in a Notre Dame jersey. Another one of these transfers that the Irish brought in. She comes from Stanford, was a 2021 NCAA champion with the Cardinals.
She has a storied background, too. Her great uncle is Larry Brown. Won the Olympics in '64 and an NCAA and NBA championship.
12 seconds on the game clock. Notre Dame looks to hold for the final shot. Instead, Mabrey puts it up from the key. Comes up short. Now 5 seconds to work with. Here comes the Huskies the other way. Emily Meinert looks to dish it away, and it is intercepted by Nat Marshall. And Notre Dame will head to the halftime locker room with a lead over the Huskies. Score 41-24. Stick with us for second half coverage coming up. Underway. Notre Dame comes up with the same starting 5 they started the game with. Olivia Miles, the lone player in double figures. Maddy Westbeld second on Notre Dame with 6 points. There's Dara Mabrey knocking one down from downtown.
Dara's shot looks really good, as we mentioned. She led the Irish in the NCAAs with 18.7 points per game. She hit 268 threes coming into this season. 770 total for all the Mabrey sisters combined. That's a lot of shots. That's a lot of shots up.
No team really shot it great from deep in the first half. 2 threes on each side. Notre Dame now 3 of 10 from deep on the night.
Good hands inside by Watson, getting that block.
Northern Illinois shooting it at 29% now from the field. They've been great on the offensive glass, but haven't gotten quite the amount of second chance points they would hope for. Davis unable to get it off before the shot clock sounds.
And IU does a good job of crashing the boards. They had 10 offensive boards, as you mentioned, winning the rebounding battle right now over Notre Dame. Slight edge goes to Northern Illinois.
Mabrey uses that screen from Watson and knocks down the dose.
Mabrey's really feeling it now. Her sister, Michaela Mabrey, is her assistant coach here at Notre Dame. And her brother Ryan plays over at Miami of Ohio.
Mabrey now up to 8 points. 5 of them coming in the last minute. That three-pointer goes for Maribel.
Maribel is averaging 5 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists per game, and she's a much improved shooter from last season, according to Lisa Carlson.
Beautiful finish from Sonia Citron. Citron now up to 6 points. Laura Nickel loses control. Gets it out to Coker. Her jump shot is long, pulled down by Westbeld, who looks up the court. Instead, Passes it to Mabrey in the corner. And she's got another one. Dara Mabrey getting hot. Timeout. Huskies.
Dara Mabrey wide open in that left-hand corner. Great job running the floor, getting out ahead in transition.
Notre Dame's got their biggest lead of the Dara Mabrey starting to catch fire. 8 points on 3 of 3 of shooting in this third quarter so far.
She came out of the locker room ready to go. She's definitely one of those vocal and emotional leaders for this team. She just hit a deep 3 on that last possession, but everybody knows she can shoot. But she's also that fiery leader that this team really needs. She's in her 5th season here at Notre Dame after transferring over from Virginia Tech.
You mentioned the importance of Mabrey being a leader, often described as being the biggest talker on the floor.
She is. That's what Jersey girls do. They talk a lot, but she has been a tremendous leader. And this team really needs that. I know she's played the 1 and the 2 last year when Miles is in and out of the game and out of the lineup or in foul trouble. So she's had to be versatile for this Notre Dame Fighting Irish team.
On the other end, that was Jaden Maribel with her 3rd field goal tonight. She's now up to 7 points. Turnover from the Irish. Here's Poison. So far, only 3 deep balls nailed by the Huskies. They're a team that can really shoot it well. Westbeld lobs it up to Watson. Watson goes towards that left hand and lays it in.
Watson doing a good job of having her way inside against a smaller player. She was being defended by Carter, who is a guard, and just 5'11", so doing a good job taking advantage of the post.
Maribel with 10 seconds to work. Another deep range shot. Rims out. Beautiful with the right hand. Olivia Miles able to finish it.
Looked like she was going to lose the ball out of bounds there for a second, but somehow she controlled it, corralled it back, and finished. She loves that scoop shot on the right side for layups.
Miles up to 15 points now.
This is kind of what Lisa Carlson talked to us in the shoot-around about. You have to shoot a high percentage, otherwise Notre Dame gets the rebound, scoops it up, and gets down the court and transition and scores just like that.
What a feed from Citron finds Watson. And the two of them gelling well together in their first official game as teammates. Poison up top. Has it stripped away by Miles. Another turnover. No look pass. Westbeld got it.
Beautiful 3-on-2 transition there. No look pass by Miles to Maddy Westbeld, slicing down the court on the left side. Nice finish by Westbeld. Way to run the floor.
There's that 20/20 vision Olivia Miles is known for. 244 assists last year. She's already got 5 tonight.
Second in the nation in assists in the entire country. Second behind Caitlin Clark from Iowa.
Third chance finally goes for Jaden Maribel. On the glass is Citron. Can't get the second attempt to fall.
Nice job getting around that defender by Citron to crash the board from the wing.
Poison being guarded closely by Mabrey. Carter dealing with some tough defense in the corner from Maddy Westbeld. And so far, it's been Olivia Miles and Dara Mabrey dominating this third quarter. Notre Dame's up 59-31. Here's that beautiful feed. Olivia Miles making it look easy. And Westbeld says, I'll take it from there. Notre Dame's running, and they got the lead. There's Carol Owens, longtime associate head coach on this Fighting Irish staff, who, Karen, has a lot of NIU connections as well.
She really does. She played for NIU, coached at NIU for 5 years. She's in the NIU Hall of Fame. She scored 2,000 points and 1,000 rebounds. So she did a great job as a player and a coach over at Northern Illinois, but some mixed emotions because obviously she wants to get the win here tonight for Notre Dame, which looks like they're going to. But Carol has also done a great job under Moffitt's staff. She coached Niele during the first national championship, and she was a part of both national championships here at Notre Dame, so she's been a great assistant coach for Notre Dame.
Owens, third all-time leading scorer in Huskies program history.
All-time leading rebounder with 1,028 rebounds. That's a lot of boarding. I liked shooting myself. I don't know, but I'd get a rebound once in a while, but she did a great job.
Yeah, clearly, Northern Illinois took some of Carol Owens' playbook. They've had 14 offensive rebounds now on the night.
They're very good going to the offensive glass, especially from the perimeter, and Davis obviously is leading the MAC in rebounding and arguably one of the best posts in the MAC conference.
Citron to the hoop, lays it up with one hand.
Citron made that one look easy, a one-handed layup.
Just someone who plays the game with such a sense of calmness.
She really does. She's very gifted. Gifted athlete with a high basketball IQ, and she's clutch at the end of quarters and the end of shot clocks as well.
7 seconds left on this shot clock. The left hand from Stoffiger does not go. Olivia Miles with a bullet pass up to Citron, who lost her foot. Citron lost her footing on that one. So we take a look at that last beautiful layup from Citron. Able to get by Poison.
No problem getting to the basket there. She had a foot injury, which set her back a bit in the summer, so she was out. But she's fully recovered now, and she looks good. Her shot looks good. She's great at getting to the basket. She's the highest frequency free throw shooter for Notre Dame from last season. And she does a good job of finishing at the line. She's a team leader.
Citron often playing the 2 or 3 position, given what Notre Dame has on the floor at any time. But she's one of their top rebounders. Has 8 on the night so far. 8 points as well, so approaching double-double territory.
She just has that knack for knowing where the ball is coming off, and she goes to get it.
Pass is taken away by Miles. She wants to run, has Mabrey with her. Instead, she takes it herself. And now Jaden Maribel will take it the other way. Will slow things down. Huskies in their half-court set on a scoring drought. They've only made one of their last 7 field goals. Coker wants to change that, but her shot does not go down either. Huskies still active on the offensive glass. Here's the speed from Miles. Dish ahead to Bransford.
So Northern Illinois' leading scorer is somewhat quiet tonight. Shelby Coker just has 4 points, 2 of 10 from the field.
And you can see the court vision that Miles possesses. Just makes the game look so easy.
She really does. She sees it all. Sometimes she hits players that don't even know they're open, but she's such a savvy passer. And KK Bransford has so much talent as well. She was the 29th ranked recruit in her recruiting class and had a stellar career back in Ohio at Mount Notre Dame High School.
Bransford getting some solid play time tonight, up to 12 minutes. Maribel looking to work it inside over to Davis. Davis posted up against Ebo. Goes towards the left hand. Miles underhand feed over to Westbeld. You can see how this offense runs through Olivia Miles. The table setter now tries her luck from deep. Poison thought about it for a second. Instead, will dish it over to Maribel. Northern Illinois trying to get the ball to Davis as much as they can. And another turnover from the Huskies. Here comes Olivia Miles. One-handed feed over to Mabrey, whose pass goes sailing over the head of a storming Bransford.
KK Bransford cut from the wing to the block, and Dara thought she could hit her, but KK kind of overran that pass. Ball went out of bounds, goes back to Northern Illinois. But great job running the floor by Notre Dame, really dominating in the open court. Haven't had to set up too much half-court offense tonight.
Jenna Brown will check in for Notre Dame, and she'll pick up a foul. Huskies on a scoring drought of just over 3 minutes. Maribel drives on Bransford and just unlucky on that one. Dara Mabrey now taking over the point guard duties with Miles checking out. Brown had a chance to pull down the offensive board, but instead Coker has it, and she lays it up. Can't get it to fall, but the foul comes against Dara Mabrey. So Shelby Coker will be heading to the free throw line.
Jenna Brown did a good job crashing the boards, just missed on the offensive rebounding opportunity, which led to the Northern Illinois fast break.
Shelby Coker over 1,000 career points through 3 seasons in the NIU jersey.
From Racine, Wisconsin. Started all 16 games before her injury last season, but leading scorer and great job passing the ball as well, with 4.6 assists a game for Coker.
Westbeld from the top of the key has got it. Maddy Westbeld with her first 3 points of the season.
And a very good stat line for her. 5 of 8 from the field, hit both free throws, and Maddy Westbeld also has set 7 rebounds tonight.
Poison on the other end can't get it to match. Westbeld, good feed to Bransford, and it's up and in.
And I love that, 2 bounce passes in a row right there. Bounce passes, able to thread the needle to a cutting KK Bransford.
The court vision from everybody on the Notre Dame roster coming to life tonight, as through 3 quarters of play, they're up 68-34. Westbeld, beautiful feed. Bransford able to finish it. Keys here with you on the ACC Network Extra. Notre Dame, this is a Notre Dame team that went 13-5 in conference play a year ago. And Karen, you can see the strength the ACC has around their league this season.
Right, it's traditionally been such a dominant league with so many talented players and long-tenured coaches. So as mentioned, 5 teams in the top 15. And this is the type of games before the ACC conference schedule that prepare you for it's no picnic playing against the ACC, but these are the games that prepare you for conference play coming straight ahead.
Notre Dame with an impressive 13-1 home record last season, with that lone loss coming to Louisville, who comes in at number 7 in the preseason rankings.
13-1 at home and 8-1 in the ACC for Notre Dame. Notre Dame leads the all-time series with every opponent. So they've done a good job dominating up until the last couple of years, and now on the upward trend, dominating this game 68-36 at the moment in the fourth quarter.
Jaden Maribel is now in double figures with 11 points on the night, and an impressive 5 of 7 from the field as well.
Coach Carlson talked about how much she has improved, the point guard for NIU. Maribel worked on her shooting in the offseason, and it's really showing here tonight with a high field goal percentage, as you mentioned, 5 of 7.
Jaden Maribel only made 1 3-pointer all of last season. She's already matching that total tonight. 1 of 1 from deep. Second chance drive from Westbeld is good. Almost a volleyball-like attempt from Westbeld, but it works just the same. And now Westbeld is into double figures as well.
Westbeld's
13 points.
so versatile going inside and out. She can dominate in the paint, but she can also pick and pop off of screens. She's able to knock down 15 to 18 footers as well as from deep range.
Maddy Westbeld, part of the Wooden Award midseason top 25 a year ago. And one of those players who continues to grow under Niele Ivey. Been with her every step of the way since she arrived to South Bend as a freshman 2 years ago. Jenna Brown with a lob feed inside to Lauren Ebo, who gets it down.
Lauren Ebo, first time in a Notre Dame uniform, having a great outing tonight.
Ebo described by Coach Ivey as a force inside and a perfect culture fit for this program. And that presence inside definitely on display tonight. Top of the key, Dara Mabrey's got it.
Ebo has 6 rebounds. She's 3 of 6 from the field with 8 points. Exactly what Niele Ivey needs from her.
Some tough defense, top of the key from Maddy Westbeld. Five on the shot clock. Davis continuing her dominance on the offensive boards, and she'll be fouled inside. So we take another look at that last foul. We'll go against Jenna Brown. You can see that hand of Jenna Brown hit the wrist of Davis as she went up.
So Asia Davis, her mother played at Northern Illinois as well as her high school coach. So I don't think there was anywhere else she was going to go. But she is certainly the go-to player knocking down these free throws for Northern Illinois. Doing a good job on the boards. She's got 8 rebounds tonight for Northern Illinois.
Davis, the local Illinois product, now in her senior year with this Huskies program. One of those game-changer players as a coach that makes such a difference over your 4 years. And you can see the impact that Davis has had, setting multiple program records, sent the NIU season record with 349 rebounds last year, as well as 24 double-doubles, which ranked 3rd in the nation.
She does a little bit of everything for them. She's the paint protector. If you double-team her, she kicks out to her shooters. She excels one-on-one in the paint and does a good job patrolling the paint for Northern Illinois.
Last foul against Sonia Citron. It's only her first of the night. Maribel wide open underneath, couldn't get the shot off. Instead, will dish it to Meinart, who lays it up and in.
Notre Dame guards got caught in the switch. Lauren Ebo tried to help, but they finished inside.
One more assist from Olivia Miles. It's Lauren Ebo who converts the basket.
Miles is filling up her stat line. 6 assists, 8 rebounds, 15 points.
Olivia Miles, first game of the season, already in triple-double watch. Just good in nearly every facet of the game. Worked on her biggest weakness, three-point shooting over the season, off-season. Ball is on the floor. Citron had to chase it down. She was able to get to it, and it will now be guarded and will dish it back out to Miles. Miles sets up Ebo. Marshall, rebound, is fouled.
Nice crash by Nat Marshall on the weak side of the floor. Lauren Ebo had a right-hand layup, missed it. Marshall snuck in from the wing, got the rebound, goes to the free throw line. So as you mentioned, she's been battling those injuries. She missed the second half of last season because she had a left medial meniscus tear, but she's looking good out there tonight. Got significant minutes tonight as well.
Not to mention missed that freshman season as well, was rehabbing from an ACL injury she suffered towards the end of her high school career. She's been described as someone who's really had to overcome a lot of adversity, but such a tough soul and really kind of one of those players Neil Ivey looks for in the heart and soul of this program, truly.
She really is. She's battled back through the injury. She played at a dominant girls basketball high school at Christ the King High School over in Queens, New York, even though now her family lives in Milwaukee, but came back. She played a couple of times against Ohio before sitting out the second half of the season.
Miles looks to take it herself, has it rejected by Brooke Stonebreaker. Stonebreaker making her first appearance of the contest. Came off the bench in 18 games last year. The junior from Versailles, Ohio. And you can see the defense from Notre Dame. 7 blocks, picking up where they left off last season. They averaged 5.3 blocks a game, which led the ACC.
And one of the things they're doing very well here is putting pressure on the perimeter guards. The guards are having a hard time of getting those three-point shots off. And it's because the pressure on the ball by the perimeter defense by Notre Dame.
Nice drive from Poison, now up to 11 points. Marshall goes up strong and will be fouled.
Watson and Ebo really doing a good job also of making up for the void left by Maya Dodson, as we mentioned in the pregame. Ebo with 10 points, Watson with 9, each of them getting 20-plus minutes.
And Maya Dodson, really a key piece to Notre Dame's Sweet 16 run last year. And you talk about those transfers they bring in, really stepping up. And the blocks have come tonight for Notre Dame, and that was Maya Dodson's arguably biggest contribution, really a big physical presence in the post as well. And you look at Ebo, you look at Watson, even Marshall getting some minutes tonight, really all combining to be a good replacement, I'd say, for Dodson.
And for coming in for their first time in a Notre Dame uniform, they both bring different kinds of skills to the game. Watson can get up and down the floor. Ebo can really dominate the post.
And through midway this fourth quarter, Notre Dame's up 79-42 over the Huskies. Notre Dame's upcoming schedule looks. It'll be beginning this Saturday with a neutral site game played down in St. Louis against California.
And it's a homecoming of sorts for Niele Ivey, going back to her hometown of St. Louis to take on Cal. Cal was 11-13 last year. Cal is coached by Sharman Smith, who is a native of St. Louis also, and she went to the Final Four 3 times as a player under Tara Vanderveer at Stanford, and also coached with Tara Vanderveer in 2 Elite Eights. So she's a very storied coach, just like Niele. So that'll be a great game, November 12th on Saturday in St. Louis.
Should be an exciting neutral site game for all the players involved. From deep, off the mark, Huskies once again making their presence known on the offensive glass, but can't finish it off, and that's been the story of this contest.
Just too much size inside when Northern Illinois tries to go to the paint. Just too much size. Nat Marshall there to make the block.
Giving away, Citron dishes it off to Miles, who lays it in. This Notre Dame offense now shooting 48% on the night from the field. Miles blows by a defender, tries to dish it over to Marshall, but has her pass blocked by Stonebreaker. That one's good. First basket of the game for Sydney McCray.
And off the glass. Bank shot from deep left side 3.
McCray, one of the best three-point shooters on the team. 35% from 3 a year ago. Averaged just over a three-pointer per game. What a move from Olivia Miles, but didn't quite get the finish she was hoping for.
A little bit too much spin, too much scoop to the hoop.
Cross-court pass in the corner. Poison has got it, and she drains it.
Poison coming alive now. She's a spark plug. Even though she doesn't start the game, she plays starters minutes. She's a very good shooter from the perimeter. She had 246 threes last year. She really wants to score the ball, and her teammates look to find her.
Poison named MAC 6th Player of the Year 2 seasons ago. A really talented spark plug tonight as well.
At a Marian Catholic High School in Illinois.
Jenna Brown back in the contest for Notre Dame. Marshall swings it. Dara Mabrey has it. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. She'll have to shoot it from deep. It bounces around, and finally it goes in. That ball was up there for a long time, but Dara Mabrey gets a friendly roll, and Notre Dame now up to 84 points.
Dara's got 16 on the night and 6 of 12 from the field in 32 minutes of play.
Not to mention 4 deep balls for Mabrey. That shot is blocked by Watson. Bransford uses Watson's screen, finds Marshall, whose short-range jumper goes down.
Great pull-up by Marshall. Really nice touch in there. She came from the left block, just found a seam, let it fly.
Marshall, tallest player on the floor, listed at 6'5".
And she can run the floor, and she has that beautiful touch around the basket.
Feed is tipped away by Bransford, and now Marshall has it. She wants to run. She'll take it herself, goes up, gets the second chance, and it goes home.
Gets her in a rebound, puts it in. I think she's a little bit tired from dribbling up the court on that one. But great block, and good job finishing at the basket after she missed the first one.
7-0 run for the Irish in the last minute and change. Hodges-Johnson fakes it, drives, puts it up, but can't get it to fall. Notre Dame with one more possession before they're able to earn their first victory of the season.
4 players in double figures. I think Neil Ivy's got to be happy with the play of her post players. They dominated inside.
2 years ago, Notre Dame missed the NCAA tournament for the first time in a quarter of a century. But last year, a big rebound for this team under the second-year coach at the time, Ivy. We're a bucket away from the Elite Eight. And now this year, they start with really high expectations, top 10 in the country, after finishing 3rd in the ACC a season ago. They're looking for a strong finish as well against a very talented conference. For the Huskies, they finished 4th in the MAC a season ago and now picked to finish towards the top of the conference as well at number 4. But it'll be Notre Dame who triumphs on opening night, winning by an advantage of 40 points. Karen, how was Notre Dame able to clinch this victory tonight?
Well, I think the biggest concern coming into the game was limiting the three-point line, and Notre Dame was successful at that. They allowed just 5 threes, just 2 in the first half. So I think defense